I left Jodhpur and took a 3-hour bus to Jaisalmer, the next city in Rajasthan. The bus was very cheap, and so it didn't surprise me when it was overbooked by 200%, with 2 adults and 3 children sharing my seat with me, and a leg obstructing my view. The bus was cheaper than I knew because halfway into the trip, our bus broke down. Okay, so we were on our way to Jaisalmer, and our bus just broke down. They just told us all to get off, and now we're here, in the middle of nowhere. Finally, I got where I was going. This is Jaisalmer. Jaisalmer is known as the Golden City, a sprawling city in the middle of the desert with a fort towering above. It looks like an enormous sandcastle watching over the city below. I decided to spend most of the day inside this living, breathing fort. Okay, so we've just entered the fort. This is India's only living, breathing, working fort. Jaisalmer's fort is a living urban center with about 3,000 people living within its walls. It's lined with houses and temples, handicraft shops, guest houses, and restaurants. It's about 800 years old, and some families have been living here for generations. This place is unique in that way. Most visits to forts come with an entrance fee and tour guides, more like a museum. But this place is real, a community. So when you get to the top of the fort, you'll see a sign for city view. But when you go up there, you'll meet a lady who wants 50 rupees. So about 75 cents because the view is on her roof. So let me show you, and you can see from this video if it's worth it to you to pay that. Because I bet you can get views all over the fort like this, but I thought I would show you guys anyway. So besides the view of the actual city, it's pretty cool that on the other side you get to see people working in their havelis, in their homes. So this one woman is washing the wall, another lady is doing laundry on a roof. So you can see a little bit of real life here. So I think it's worth it, 75 cents for this nice view that I get to be alone here right now. No other tourists. On somebody's roof, well worth 75 cents, and you're helping someone out. Yeah, so as I suspected, another 5-minute walk, or less than 5 minutes, and you get just as good of a view for free. So Jaisalmer Fort is India's only living fort, and what that means is people are actually living in the havelis, working in the hotels, and working at the shops here. All the other forts in India, they don't actually live within the walls, but outside of the walls. So there are a ton of temples all over India. So let me show you an example of a typical one. Well, not typical because they're all different, but I mean not a tourist destination, but just one of these thousands that are all over the country. Looks like somebody sleeps in here, in this temple. Got all these different icons and imagery. This is for offerings. These orange flowers are sacred. And then in Rajasthan, you have these flat icons. Okay, I'm trying on a kurta.
Rich.
Very beautiful.
Very nice. Pant is nice look.
He says it goes with my pants
Also
very well.
We have black, white, down matching this. No problem.
Yeah.
Contrast.
I think that one would be nice
Light
too.
color, yes. Light, simple.
So this one is a different material.
Simple, light material. Bright color also. This local color.
Oh
orange
yeah,
color.
yeah, the marigold.
Indian color.
Indian color.
Local orange.
Yeah. Okay, here's the next one.
Checks, you know, similar light color. Checks.
Ah, yeah.
Hello.
Man, look at this view. Look how you can see all of these beds down there on the rooftops. So people out here in the desert, they actually love to sleep on the roof. Because it's actually much cooler out there at night than inside the house. So when the city started, everything was within these walls. I'm actually in the fort right now, so everything was within here, the whole village. But then over time, actually much later, it ended up expanding and all of this came after.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Good, how are you?
We have nice restaurant, best view, cold beer possible.
You have Rajasthani food.
Sure.
Do you have a menu, or do I have to
Come. You
way
take
up there?
picture for palace, everything. I show you.
Okay, it's the middle of the day, so I found a restaurant with a rooftop that has a little bit of a view, and I'm having Kingfisher, which is an Indian beer. Oh, and it's Diwali, so I have to celebrate a little bit. So cheers, happy Diwali. I love being above the rooftops in India. I like to compare it to the rainforest. If you learned about the rainforest when you were a little kid, you have the canopy, the understory. There are a bunch of layers in the rainforest, different animals, different creatures because of the amount of light and everything. So anyway, what I'm saying is there are always people on the rooftops. People are working on the rooftops, and then you have the next layer and you have people hanging out their laundry outside of their window and people doing stuff on that layer. And then of course on the bottom layer, on the ground floor, you have everything going on. There's something going on every level, and you see that when you're up above the rooftops like this. And that's why I love India. Jaisalmer is about as far west as most people get in India. It's incredibly dry, hot, and isolated, the way a desert city should be, just like I imagined since childhood. Perfect. One of the main reasons I came to Jaisalmer was to see the desert of India, so tomorrow, let's go deeper on one of these. You're awesome for making it all the way through this video. If you want to watch more, click one of these videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe right here because I'm traveling around the world and I'm sharing